look who's popping in for Pop News today. Fresh off representing Team USA at the Olympics for tennis, Chris Eubanks is an analyst for ESPN's coverage of this year's Open. By the way, congratulations. You also had a great match here. I know you went to 5 sets.
Yeah, no, it was a fun atmosphere, fun, experience to be back here at the Open. So I was really pleased with how I played. Just didn't go my way. That's tennis.
All right, and that we know that for sure, right? But you're doing a terrific job as an analyst, so we're going to have you put on that hat right now. Okay. Before we get to the men, which is a huge All-American line matchup tonight, let's talk about Jess Pegula. Congratulations to her. She got her first semi. She's now in her first final. What does she need to do to get her first Grand Slam?
I think just keep this confidence going. She's been playing so well all summer. She took the title in Toronto. She then came here to the Open and has been playing phenomenal tennis. Last night was the biggest test that she's had so far. She lost the first set, seemed to be getting outplayed, was down a set and a break, almost got down a double break, had to save break point. And then Mukova missed the volley. You saw the crowd start to get behind it, and that was the first time I've seen Jess in a long time kind of have the crowd in the palm of her hand. She got the energy going. This New York crowd has been behind the Americans this entire week. So I think she's got to keep doing that. Get the crowd involved. They want to cheer for you. They want to push you over the finish line like they did for Coco Gauff last year in the final against the same opponent in Aryna Sabalenka.
Yeah, and you were saying Sabalenka can get a little riled by the New York crowds, and now we've got a New Yorker playing her.
She's taking the subway to the courts every day. So, I mean, she's as New York as they come. So I think that crowd, she can give them something to get behind her. Jess will use a little bit of variety. I'm sure coaching staff is going to devise a great game plan to use some variety to get Sabalenka kind of uncomfortable. But after that, when she starts to miss, you got to get the crowd involved because I think the crowd wants to push her to her first Grand Slam title.
I love it. Let's hope so. All right, let's talk about the guys now. Our All-American matchup. It's going to be must-see TV tonight on ESPN. Frances Tiafoe, Taylor Fritz, break down what they need to do, each of them, to get the other.
Well, I mean, these are two guys who've known each other since they were 14 years old. They've grown up together. They've kind of grown up in the light of American tennis of saying, these guys are going to be the future. These guys are going to be the future. And, now the future's here. You have two guys in the semifinals, two American men for the first time since 2005. It's going to be an exciting night. The biggest weapon on the court is going to be the Taylor Fritz serve. He's one of the best servers in the world right now. So I think playing a little bit later in the evening, a night match, will bode well for Frances. It'll slow the ball down a little bit. He'll be able to hopefully get into Fritz's service games a bit more. Both guys love to dictate with their forehand. Both guys have rock solid backhands. Frances has a lot more variety. Frances is a better mover around the court, so I think he's got to try to make it athletic. He's got to try to use the variety, use the slice, come to net, drop shot. Don't allow Fritz to serve big and then just club forehands from the middle of the court. Otherwise, it's going to be a tough day. Frances also, knowing him, he's going to try to do a good job of getting the crowd on his side early. 100%. Two Americans. This Arthur Ashe Stadium is going to be rocking tonight. Frances is going to make it a point early to get that crowd behind him and try to make it a bit difficult for Fritz. So it's going to be a fun matchup. I can't wait to sit courtside and watch it. Two friends going to battle for a spot in the U.S. Open final.
Too close to call? Any predictions?
I think if Frances is able to, like I say, neutralize Fritz's serve and get the crowd in it early, if Fritz gets in a nice rhythm and he's feeling confident and comfortable from the ground, again, if you have the biggest weapon on the court, I think you're the informed player. Fritz has been playing phenomenal tennis all year. Frances has had a bit of an up and down year. The one thing that I think does help Frances as well, he has the experience of being in a Grand Slam semifinal before. He's semifinal at the U.S. Open in 2022. He's familiar with this stage. This is Fritz's first time past the quarterfinals, so we'll see if the lights get a little bit bright. I think it's too tough to call right now. I kind of want to see how the match plays out early. Plus, I'm not trying to ruin any friendships right now since I'm still playing, so I'll just keep it safe for now.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. You do such a great job off the court and on the court. We wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
And have fun tonight.
Will do.